evening, my little spider bites, and welcome to another evening with Dante Knightley's Nightly Bedtime Stories, Thoughts, and Poems. Tonight's story is called Respect the Dead. Little Martin was quite the troublemaker. He was such a nuisance to his mother that she would shoo him away, demanding that he only return for supper. In every troublesome boy's life, there was a singular moment. A moment when he experienced an event so profound that he corrects his course. Such an event would present itself this evening, and little Martin would face his moment of reckoning. Martin discovered a cemetery the likes of which he had never seen. Stone pillars were separated by iron bars. He walked the perimeter, but never found the gate. He stared at the headstones of all shapes and sizes as far as he could see. So macabre, so mesmerizing. He slipped through the bars and made his way around the graves, observing. It was wonderfully eerie. There were all sorts of headstones and crypts to explore. Some had been there for hundreds of years. Some were new, with fresh flowers, some with bells. But there was one that had a horn sticking out of the ground. He made his way over to have a closer look. The headstone read, Jean von Bryant, and that was all. No birth date, no death date. The stone looked very old, but the dirt looked freshly churned. Grave robbers, maybe. He kneeled down and put his ear to the horn. Nothing. He whispered, Hello? Nothing. He bellowed, Hello down there, and giggled to himself. Go away, barked back. Martin stumbled back in shock and disbelief at what he thought he'd heard. He caught his breath and crept back to the horn. What do you mean? Don't you need help? I said leave, you annoying brat. Martin said, You sound like mother and father. The voice spat back. A pox on them for conceiving such a loathsome spawn. The insult jumped Martin straight to his feet. He glared at the grave. Well, what are you waiting for? Begone! A very clever idea popped into Martin's head. He looked around to see if anyone was about. He then relieved his bladder into the horn, grinning with satisfaction as Jean von Bryant protested and spat curses. To his mother's surprise, Martin made it home in time for supper. He wasn't completely filthy, and he was obedient. Something was off, but the change was so nice, she decided to leave well enough alone. That night, a very proud Martin, cozy in his bed, thought about his exciting day at the cemetery. I'll go back again tomorrow. And with that exciting thought, he drifted off fast to sleep. A shadow fell over him, and a cold, wet hand clamped down over his mouth. In the moonlight, a pale figure with fierce, dead eyes, burning with rage, was leaning over him. Thick blood covered the creature's mouth and chin. He leaned in close, and with rancid, rotten breath, he spat out the words, You pissed on me. With each word, he pressed Martin's head harder and harder into the pillow. As he spoke, revealing razor-sharp teeth, blood flowed from his lips. And now I bathe you in Mommy and Daddy's blood. In the blink of an eye, he vanished. Martin spent the rest of the night in bed, screaming into the darkness until he could scream no more. Oh, the moral of the story, I suppose, is respect the dead. Good night, and sweet screams.